What is up, guys? Phoenix here, and welcome back to part 2 of my Mega Pearl pixel art tutorial. So, I'm making these tutorials only about 15 to 20 minutes each from now on, just for sanity's sake. So we only did a couple of the framework in the last build, but we did make a lot of progress. We did leave a lot of the markers there, so we know where to go for this next one. So what I want to do is we're going to double back, and looking at the right-hand camera screen, I'm going to see what I want to work with first. So it's in the top left corner. If you see, we have this flat marked out with a piece of dirt touching it. I think that's 6 flat. Double count it. It might be 7 flat with the this single block right here. But you know what I'm talking about. This little strip right here in the top left corner, as you can see in the right-hand camera screen, is where we're going to start from today. So we can actually remove all the dirt blocks from it and go to the left side and put a placement block to the left or top. And we're going to go up and to the left 2 flat, 2 times in a row to start off. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. From there, we're going to go up and to left 1 single. Up and to left 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And that is one of the frills in her little jacket complete. From the highest 2 vertical we have right here, we're going to go to the lower block right here, or the bottom block, and put 1 to the left, creating this backwards L shape. So that we can go down and to left 2 flat, 1, 2, down and to left 5 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up and to the left 2 flat, so placement block to the top or left side, 1, 2, and from the left block in this 2 flat, we're going to put 1 underneath. Perfect. Once we have that, we're going to start bringing this to the ground by going down and to the left 2 singles. 1, 2. Down and to left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down and to left 2 single. 1, 2. And if we zoom out and see what we have going on out here, it's a similar pattern of just 2 verticals and singles. So make sure you're able to keep up. We have the 1, 1, 2 vertical, 1, 1. All right. We're going to keep on going on that pattern by going down and to left 2 vertical again. Let's get our placement block going right here. 1, 2. And actually, let me see if the pattern repeats itself. No, it does not. All right. Now, I was going to say, if it just keeps on going 2, 1, 2, 1, I'll just tell you guys how many times it repeats. But it does not. It switches up. So from here, we're going to go down and to left 1 single. Down and to left 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Where's my cell phone? Alright, there we go. From there, we're going to go down and to the left, 1 single. Down and to left, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Where am I at? Okay. Down and to left, 1 single. Down and to left, 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Down and to left, 1 single. Down and to left 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. Placement block. 1, 2, that's 2. Down and to left 1 single, then 2 vertical, and we're actually going to do that 3 times in a row. So placement block, 1 single, 2 vertical, that's 1. 1 single, 2 vertical, that's 2. 1 single, 2 vertical, oh Jesus, 2 vertical, that's 3. Perfect. And that's the kind of repetitive pattern I was looking for the first time, just so that it makes it a lot easier when we're speeding this up. Alright, from here we're going to go down to left 2 vertical, down to left 1 single, down to left 2 vertical 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. And then down to left 6 vertical. Once that connects to the ground, we can delete this dirt block right here. And we're actually going to retrace our steps all the way to the top of this little arm right here to where we have this R shape made with 3 blocks. I apologize about that. Don't even know what that noise was. Probably a Windows update. But at the top of this arm, we have this R shape kind of waiting right here, which is what we use to start slanting back down and create that angle. What we're going to do is from this R shape, we're going to go to the top left corner of it. So this block right here. And we're going to go up and to the left 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. And from the top block in this 2 vertical, what we're going to do is we're going to go up and to the right 1 single. And then also from that top block, we're going to add 6 blocks to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Now from the left blocks over here, we can actually split into 2 segments. There's a lot of splitting going on here. We can either go down with this and bring it down to the floor as a cape, or we can go up and make it like the kind of the frilly part of her necklace. Not the neck. It's like a frill that goes with the cape around the neck. And the way we're going to do that is by putting a placement block to the left, so that we can go down into left 8 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or going back up to the single, we can go up into the left 2 flat from this 7 flat. So 1, 2, like that. So you can see that dirt block we placed split it into 2 directions. We're actually going to be marking the 2 flat on the top to come back to later, and working with the 8 flat or the 8 singles going down right now, just so that we can bring it to the ground and be done with it. So after those 8 singles, we're going to go down into left 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into left 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Down into left 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into left 2 singles. 1, 2. Down into left 2 flat. 1, 2. So you can see there's a lot of repetitive patterns going on here. It is going to change up a little bit, but not too much. So don't get your hopes up. From here, we're going to go down into left 2 singles again. 1, 2. Down to left 2 flat again. 1, 2. Down to left 10 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And as we get closer to the ground, I can keep continuing at this diagonal, but I do kind of cut it short by just dropping it straight to the ground at some point. So we're going to figure that out. So let's keep putting a placement block below as we go down to left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down to left 1 single. Down to left 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Down to left 1 single. Down to left 2 vertical a 3rd time. Down to left 1 single a 3rd time. And then finally, what we're going to do is go down into left 1 single, except we're going to keep adding to the bottom of this angle until it touches the ground. So let's see how long it actually is. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right. And that it just goes to the ground like that. As you can see from the right-hand camera screen, the cape does kind of drop kind of abruptly. You can keep going at the diagonal if you wanted to. I just did it like this because I felt like it. Alright, so now that we've finished this extended part right here, we're going to go all the way up into the left, or into this top left corner where we have this 2 flat marked for us. And what I want to do is go up and to the left from there. So on the end of each block, we're going to put our placement block to the top side, or left. And we're first going to go up and to the left, 2 singles, 1, 2. We're then going to go up and to left 3 vertical, 2 times in a row. So placement block down, 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. And then finally up and to left 2 vertical, 1, 2. So basically what we're doing is making this huge collar for her cape. And it's going to go and reach the right side, and we'll bring that to the ground. And I think that's where we'll stop for today. So we have a lot of the frill to do. So now we're going to go up and to the right 1 single. And actually from that single, let's just add an extra one to the right. So it'll just become 2 flat. Up and to the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down and to the right 2 flat. So let's put our placement block underneath or to the right side. 1, 2. down into the right 5 flat. So we're going to keep putting our placement block on the right side right now, or the bottom. I suggest keeping it on the right side, so that way if we go up a little bit, we can keep it on the right side as well. So we're going to go down into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. 2, 3, 4, 5. Placement block. And sorry if my voice sounds a little bit off. In between jump cuts, I got sick. Somebody in my family was sick, and they did not quarantine themselves, and they got the rest of us sick. If you are sick in your house, this is the winter season, please make sure you don't get anybody else sick. It is so frustrating. Anyways, after that 5 flat, we're going to go down into the right 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's put a placement block at the end there. And it's going to split into 2 directions. We can either work below it or above it. If we wanted to work below, we'd go down into the right 1 single, so we'll do that and mark it. But to go above it, we're going to go up into the right 15 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We can delete this first placement block and add 1 to the end. And, we're actually not going to be using the end of that placement block, now that I look at it. Because on this 15 tangent right here, if we go to the second to last block, we can go on top of it and put 9 going straight up. 1, 2, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that 9 going straight up is actually more for the outline, more important for the outline than this one on the right over here. So we're going to mark this 1 single at the end right here, because we can come back to that. This part over here that we marked the first single is also going to loop around and connect to it. So whichever one we choose to come back to in the end will actually loop around to the other one. But I just want to mark both just in case. So working with that 9 vertical we created, we're going to go to the top block. And to the top block, we're going to go to the right of it. And we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you count it in total, it should be 9 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because we already had the first block there waiting, and all we did was add 8 to the right of it. Alright? Now from there, we're going to start going down into the right from that, that 8 or 9 flat we just created. And we're going to go down to the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Down into the right 3 flat. So placement block to the bottom or right side. 1, 2, 3. Now let's delete the old placement blocks and get new ones placed. Down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you look at the right hand camera screen, you can see the shape of the chin or jaw starting to round out, which is good. We're going to start working on the neck. We're not doing the face today, so if you're seeing the curve of the face from the thumbnail, just know that we're not doing that today. We're doing the jaw, and then we're going to do the opposite shoulder. So we're going to be going down into the right from here now, and it's actually going to be 12 vertical blocks. So placement block to the bottom or right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Make sure you count these carefully. There are a lot of blocks on the left side over here for the collar that I'm leaving out. And I'm purposefully leaving them out just because of the fact that if we were to do that collar, there'd be a lot more little details in there for shading and stuff. And we're going to save that for later. Alright. After that 12, we're going to put 2 going below it. So 2 extra on the bottom. 1, 2. And from those 2 extra on the bottom, what we're going to do on that bottom block is we're going to go to the left of it. And we're going to put 6 blocks going to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can mark the end of that for later. But on the same bottom block that we were working with, instead of going to the left now, we can put a placement block below it so that we can go down into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. So if I zoom out, you should have something that looks like this. Now those blocks to the left we added are more of that framework I told you about. And they're actually all going to connect to everything. Like you see these, actually we can just connect it right now. I was going to say it connects right here to this 5 vertical we have marked out. But it's literally like 2 blocks away, so I'll just fill it in. So what we're going to do is on these blocks we marked, this 7 flat we marked. Whoops, I deleted it. On this 7 flat we marked, we're going to go to the last block and put 3 going below it. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, it connected to what we already had marked out at the diagonal, so we can destroy those dirt blocks now. And if you're wondering why they were marked out like that, if it was so easy to connect, it's because also from the end of that 7 flat, we could be going up and to the left and connecting it to the other dirt blocks we have marked over there on the left side, creating this nice little web in her. So what we're going to do is go up and to left 2 vertical from this corner piece, 1, 2, and mark that. And that little corner piece will be kind of what we use when we want to come back in later and connect all 3 of these dirt blocks to each other. Now that might have been hard to understand because I did I backtracked on what I said I was going to do. So if you were confused, what we did is we originally added 2 blocks to the bottom of that 12 vertical we created right here. So we had these 2 blocks right here. And what I did is from the bottom block in those 2 blocks, so this one right here on the bottom, we went down into the right 3 vertical, which we're going to work with in a second. But we also added 6 blocks to the left of it. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From those extra 6 blocks, I went to the final block, and we ended up adding 3 blocks below it, which connected it to a prior piece we had from part 1. We also went up into the left from that block, 2 vertical, and this is, we're going to leave that alone, and we're going to come back to that later when we want to work and connect it to that shading block over there, and that placement block over there. Alright? So now we can go and hover back to the right side of this 2 vertical where we have the 3 vertical hanging by itself, and we're going to continue going down into the right from there. Hopefully that recap was well enough for you guys to understand. If you need to rewind and just follow along, make sure you did that. From here we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Down into the right 3 vertical 2 times in a row. So placement block on the bottom or right side. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. Down into right 2 vertical. 1, 2. And we're getting really close, so you can tell we kind of need to either connect to the walls or bounce back up. We're going to be bouncing back up, so on the top block in that 2 vertical, we're going to be going up and to the right from it. So you can put a placement block to the top or right side. And we're going to go up and to right 1 single. Up and to right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up and to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see from the right hand camera screen, this kind of V-cut shape is actually going to lead us into the next part of the neck. And the way we're going to shape that out is from the 3 vertical we just placed. We're going to go up and to the left from it. And actually, is it up and to the left? Let me kind of check it out. We're not going to go up and to the left from it yet. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the top block. And we're going to put 1 block to the left. Then we're going to go up and to the left, 14 vertical. So put your placement block to the left or top side. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And be wary that kind of like the left side where we have all these fill in and not outline, interior filling in and shading and stuff that needs to be done. We kind of have that on the right side, except we don't have as much detail shaped out. So there's going to be a lot missing to fill in for later. Just know that from now. So at the top of that 14 vertical, we're going to start going up into the right now. So put your placement block to the top or right side. And we're going to go up into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Connected at the diagonal. See? Up into the right 4 flat. So place some blocks down again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delete, delete. Up into the right 3 flat 3 times in a row. So we get our placement blocks down. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, that's 3. And you guys might notice that I do place double dirt blocks, but that's just to show you guys where the 2 spots you can place them. You only need to place 1 set of them. So after those sets of 3 flats, we're going to put a placement block to the right side at the end of that 3 flat, because we can split into 2 directions. We can either go and finish up the face by going up into the right 2 vertical, 1, 2, but we're not doing that yet, so we can mark that for now. Or we can start bringing this to the ground by going down into the right 1 single. And that's what we're going to work with right now. So let's go down to right 1 single and then delete the dirt block. From there, we're going to go down into the right 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down and to the left, 6 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from the last block into 6 singles, we're going to put a placement block underneath it. And what we're going to do is to the left of this placement block, we're going to put 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. And to the right of it, we're going to put 7 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Now let's mark those 3 on the left because that is used for later interior stuff. But we're going to be working with this 7 on the right so that we can start bringing the cape down to the floor. So we're going to be going down and to the right from here. So let's put our placement blocks to the right or bottom. As we go down and to the right, 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Placement block. Down and to the right, 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Placement block. And we just go back and delete the placement blocks each time. Down and to the right, 2 flat. 1, 2. And from this 2 flat, we're going to go to the right block, so this one right here. And we're going to put an extra block underneath it to create this backwards R shape. From said backwards R shape, we can go down into the right, 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from this 5 flat, we're going to go to the first block on the left side right here and put 1 underneath. And we're going to go to the final block on the right side, and we're going to switch to our placement blocks and put 1 to the right or top side, so that we can go up into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you can see from the left-hand camera screen, we're kind of copying that over here. It's not the exact same numbers, but it's the shape we're copying, where it kind of fluffs out. So we need to round it back down by going down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And on the right block, we're going to put 1 underneath it to create this backwards R shape again. From here on, let's put our placement block to the bottom, just so it makes it easier to work with. So we're going to go down into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Placement block on the bottom. Down into the left, so on the opposite side, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Apologies for the jump cut. I had a mistake right here that I had to refilm this part of the tutorial for and do it. Since I am filming these all early, I have the time to go back and do those changes for you guys, so that's part of my New Year's resolution, even though I'm filming this in December. Anyways, from this 3 vertical, we're going to go down and to left 1 single. I forgot this 1 single here, and that made us off by 1 block later in the build. Down and to left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down and to left 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from the end of this 5 flat, we're going to put an extra block underneath. And we're also going to go up and to left 1 single. Like so. Now going to the bottom block we added, we're going to go down into the right 1 single. So let's put our placement block to the bottom or right side. Then we're going down into the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on that 4 vertical, what we're going to do is, starting from the bottom, we're going to mark the last block, and then we're going to count up to the second to last block from the top, and we're going to add 7 to the left of that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we can mark those 7 blocks because we will come back to that later, but we're going to be working with this bottom block that we marked for now. So from here, we're going to go down and to the right. So let's put our placement block underneath or to the right side. 2 vertical, we're going to do that 4 times in a row. So placement block 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Placement block 1, 2, that's 3. 1, 2, that's 4. Down and to the right 1 single. Down and to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right 1 single again. Down and to the right 2 vertical. We're actually going to do that 4 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. 1, 2, that's 4. And if you notice, just putting the placement blocks on the bottom part kind of just saves you this entire part right here. We don't have to switch direction, just keep it on the bottom and we're fine. So from the last set of 2 vertical we placed, so this one closest to the floor, we can either work with the bottom or top block. We're going to work with the bottom block for now, but let's mark the top block and add 2 extra blocks to the right. 1, 2, so that we can come back to that once we're done working with the bottom block. Before the bottom block, we're going to go underneath it and put a placement block, so we can go down and to right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down and to right 2 vertical, 5 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. 1, 2, that's 4. 1, 2, that's 5. And we should be 1 above the ground. All we're going to do is go down and to right 1 single to connect it to the ground, and we're good to go. We can go back and delete those extra dirt blocks, and then start bringing this thing to the right side. If you look at the right hand camera screen, that is her hand we just completed. So now we just need the cape part that's behind the hand. So going to this 3 flat or 2 flat we created, we're going to go down and to the right, 2 singles. 1, 2. Down to the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Then we're going to go down and to the right 12 singles, and this should touch the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Perfect. Sorry about that. Did the cameraman cut all that? Yo, he missed some of it. But there we go. So now majority of the frame has touched the ground, and now we only have to worry about height. So if your build fits in under these rules so far, all you have to do is make sure that you have 175 to 200 blocks in height, and you should be good to go. So in the next part, I don't think we're going to be working on inner detail of the scarf and stuff, or the cape. I kind of might leave that until like part 4. I want to start working on the face and rounding that out, getting the hair done, and the crown. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. This is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later.